Good morning, children. Hello, how are you? Hope fine. My dear students, today we are going to start the chapter number 14, relative clauses, in our grammar session. So, let us start. So, relative clauses. Here I give you an example. We are waiting for Apu. Apu is from India. Okay, two sentences are given. Now, see, Apu is common in both the sentence. Yes, but same thing in different sentences. The same thing, Apu is in both the sentences, but why? Because in we are waiting for Apu, Apu is direct object. Apu is from India is subject. We are waiting for Apu, Apu is from India. Now see my dear children, here. Who is from India? Yes, we are waiting for Apu. Fine. And who is from India? Apu is from India. So, see here what happened, the two sentences can be linked into one. We use a relative pronoun to substitute the common item and join the two sentences in one. Got it? Suppose we are waiting for Apu who is from India. We are waiting for Apu who is from India. Got it? The two sentences can be linked into one. Why? Because we use relative pronoun. See now. This is the main clause. We are waiting for Apu. Okay? And who is from India? This is the subordinate clause. Now, main or independent clause. If we remove the subordinate clause, okay, from the sentence, its meaning is still complete. Because if we remove who is from India, remove that is subordinate clause. So the whole sentence, we are waiting for Apu, makes sense. Okay, it is a complete sentence. Subordinate or dependent clause, its meaning is incomplete if we remove the main clause. If you remove, we are waiting for Apu, okay, is from India, it is incomplete. Yes, who is from India, that is also incomplete. Why? Because we don't know, so it is incomplete. Linking words. Now relative pronoun, who, that, which, that, whose, preposition, whom or which. Relative adverbs, when, that, where, why or that. Two types of relative clauses are there. Non-defining and defining. So first we will study non-defining. Now your extra information about a noun in a sentence. That is what non-defining clauses give extra information about a person or thing which is not necessary for the sentence to be meaningful. A non-defining clause is separated from the main clause by commas. See, the new Woody Allen film, which I saw last week, is very good. Here you can see two commas are there. Yes, the new Woody Allen film and which I saw last week. So here you have to use commas. Next is always use a relative pronoun. Who or whom, which, whose, where, when. Got it? So this is non-defining clauses. Now we will study defining clauses. Essential information about a noun in a sentence. Defining clauses what? Defining clauses give essential information about the person or thing that is being talked about. Without this information, my dear children, we will not be able to identify the person or thing. Got it? So, you are the man that I saw last week. Fine. So, here, my dear students, no commas are there. Yes. Secondly, can omit pronoun if it is not the subject of the relative clause. Let us see. See, there I. Okay, you can omit. That, in that, the word in the bracket that. Informal can replace which or who or when or why, but not where, whose or whom. Got it? Now defining relative clauses. Okay, here my dear students, a defining relative clause identifies which person or thing we mean exactly. It cannot be left out of the sentence or the meaning of the sentence is incomplete. It's the book that I read yesterday. It's the book. This sentence is incomplete. Defining relative clauses equal to no commas. Here, you can omit the pronoun if it is the object of the relative clause. If there is subject and a verb after the relative pronoun. See, it's the book that I read yesterday. Now we have to omit what? It's the book I read yesterday. See here, you have omitted that. Fine. The girl who lives next door is French. We can never omit whose and where. Non-defining relative clauses with commas. Here, this kind of clause gives additional information about a person or thing. The sentence still makes sense without a non-defining relative clause. My neighbor who studies engineering is very noisy. My neighbor is very noisy. Formal or informal. Non-defining relative clause with commas are more common in written English because they are quite formal. Now let us see the example. In spoken English, we would probably use two sentences. Fine. Because we are speaking. So that is compare. Suppose, see, Elvis Presley, who has sold over 1 billion albums, died of prescription drug abuse. This is writing. Written, we write like this. Now, with how we speak, Elvis has sold over 1 billion albums. He died of an overdose. This is we speak. Okay, the spoken sentence. Now, verb plus preposition. When the verb is followed by a preposition in a relative clause, we can use true structures. The woman is the lawyer. I spoke to a woman. Formal preposition plus relative pronoun. Here, the woman to whom I spoke is a lawyer. We can't omit the relative pronoun after a preposition or informal preposition after the verb. The woman I spoke is a lawyer. The woman who I spoke to is a lawyer. Relative adverbs when or, in, on, at plus which or that. That was the year when or in which I got my degree. 11 September 2001 was the day when that on which people's attitude towards terrorism changed. The adverb when can be omitted. 11 September 2001 was the day people's attitude towards terrorism changed. Relative adverbs place where or in, on, at plus which or that. That's the factory where in which they make chemicals. That's the spot where or on which the battle took place. The adverb where cannot generally be omitted. Relative adverbs reason, why, for which. I will explain the reasons why, for which the accident occurred. The adverb why can be omitted. I will explain the reasons the accident occurred. Relative pronoun possessive whose. It takes the place of his, her, their or a noun in possessive case. Andy Warhol was a pop artist whose paintings are famous worldwide. His paintings are famous. Charlie, whose sister lives in London, is traveling to England this summer. Charlie's sister lives in London. So my dear students, thank you for watching the video and listening me. So till then, bye bye, take care.